Hey guys, Ashlee Pohlman here. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the little dinger bell at the top and you'll get more videos from myself along my journey, just things in my life that I want to share with you. This video I'm going to be explaining how I got involved with my business and where I'm at now. So I just really want to share with you that I have come a long way. I have always been such an introvert, a shy person. It's mainly about health and fitness for me. At a young age, I knew that myself, third grade, somebody pointed out to me that I had stretch marks on my legs. I was really tall and I was the bigger kid. But even before that, like, I have been to 3 different elementary schools because my brother was picked on so badly for his weight that my parents just decided us to go to the next school, and making friends was hard. Not only just transitioning through the school years like that at such a young, precious age, but also like being the taller and bigger kid. Transitioning into like high school and even like on and on, I was into sports, shot put and discus for about 7 years of my life, and I swam competitively for 4 years, so that's really exciting and it was a lot of fun. And I made team captain, which is just a very neat experience to like lead others. And that's how I knew, like, deep down I was a leader, but yet I was so shy and so like uncertain to just let the world know who I am, that I just kept to myself. Even though I was encouraging, I do really well with smaller groups, one-on-ones. But a lot has changed recently in the past near 4 years of my life. It's been life-changing, and I'm going to try to hold it together as I share my heart with you. I have 2 kiddos. Drake, he's almost 4. He is 3.5. And I have a brand new baby boy, Liam, and he is almost 9 months. And then my husband, we're high school sweethearts. We met when we were 16 years old, and that's just special to me, near and dear to my heart. And I think it's so unique, and it makes us stronger together. And that we're able to face anything with the clear communication. Of course, we get on each other's nerves, and I don't always like them, but I do love them. So, can you relate? Excuse me. So, yeah, when my first son, Drake, before he was even born, it was a month before he was born, my husband lost his job. I, at the time, was a after-school instructor for Montessori school, and it was summertime, and school was out for the summer, so I didn't have a job. So can you imagine a month before your baby's born and your husband loses his job? It's like, where do we go from here? So we reach out to family and we say, is there anything you could do to help? So they helped us, but we really had to figure things out. Money was so tight, and the stresses and being pregnant, just trying to hold it together. I myself am an emotional eater, so I eat when things get stressful or chaotic, or just going through something, the seasonal funk. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We're over here in Wisconsin, so not having that sunlight kind of gets to you. I just remember at that time I was like, God, like, what are we gonna do? Just having faith and just praying that something would work out. And so time went on, and my husband didn't have a job. It was a couple weeks, right? Because it's only been a month then, and answered prayers. My husband Dennis got his job, and things started to turn around for us slowly but surely. I remember 5 days after giving birth to my first son, that pregnancy is a whole other video, but I just remember I was beside myself. We ended up in the ER 5 days after having Drake. For myself, I felt like I was like collecting water, like in my ankles. You push down in like the pressure point, and like it was such a slow release. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, like maybe I could have preeclampsia or whatever terminology they were saying to me at the time of what it could be. Y'all might know. I was also experiencing chest pains, and I was experiencing just like black dots. It's like, yes, I was very, very sleep deprived then, like severely sleep deprived. I don't know if there was a name for that, but I was way beyond myself. Sleep was little. I was nursing him at the time, and that was just such a struggle, and I was trying to get support in that way. And being, what was it, over 250 pounds. I gained 75 pounds in that pregnancy. Like, that was really hard on my body. I ended up in the ER. They did all these kind of scans and all of that, and it just turned out to be nothing. Just very well sleep deprived, and I'm glad I was okay, but like, I knew at that moment that I needed change. I so badly needed health and fitness. I worked on on my health and fitness in college. I gained freshman 30 pounds in college, just within that first year. And I wanted to make change then. So in 2010, I was not doing well in college, and I was up at like 3 a.m. in the morning, what have you, in my tiny dorm room. I wasn't sharing space with anybody because like I'm an introvert, so I had my own single, and I flipped on the TV, and what comes on? An infomercial for P90X, and I like was kind of glued to the TV. I'm like, I got to have that program. Like, look at those people's results. And I know there's so many other different companies out there, this, that, sell this, and it's like, you don't know what's legit. But this spoke to me differently than other companies. So I was like, gosh. So I talked to, it was fiance then, hubby now. I was like, we have to have this program. He's like, yeah, I know, I've been seeing it. So we didn't have the money at the time. This was back in college, right? We asked family and friends, like, hey, can you help us out? We really want to get in shape and like all of that. And they're like, no, you got to save your own money. And I didn't have a job at the time. So I started to apply for jobs. What job did I get, you guys? Oh, I got scrubbing toilets. College toilets. Can you? Okay, and I took out the garbage in the dorm rooms, and that hit my ego. But somebody's got to do it, and that's what I did. Anyway, saved up the money, and we bought the program. It was like $300. And that was just like the program and like the lifting materials and stuff like that. It was like, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. But we got it. We gave it 2 weeks of that program, and it still sits on the shelf. Like, it's still dusty over there. No. Not every program's right for you. And now I know that, and that's okay. So maybe one day I'll get to it, but I'm kind of good right now. I'm gonna take a drink of my water. Excuse me. And so yeah, but that opportunity, like for me purchasing P90X, opened a door for me. And that's when I got my free membership with Beachbody. I held on to that membership because you have it. You just have to remember your login information, blah. And now fast forwarding it after I had my son. I knew I needed health and fitness change after I had my boy. And years prior, what was it, 3 years prior, 3 or 4, not good at math over here, and I don't care. I don't need to be good at math to do what I do. Anyway, so 2010 is when Beachbody came in my life. 2012 is when I graduated the university, Wisconsin, Milwaukee. And then in 2014 is when I had my son. So I'm trying to just break it down here. So yeah, it was some time after. So I logged into my information, and I was working with like a coach at the time. And she kept saying, hey, there's this opportunity. Do you want to give it a try? And I kept telling her no. Like that whole year of pregnancy and like a little bit before I even got pregnant, I kept telling her no. Like, this is, I don't want to be a coach. I don't want to get involved that way. I just want to focus on my health and fitness, and I don't want to talk to people. I'm just shy in that way. But at that moment, after I had my son and I was over 250 pounds, I knew that I needed change. I was like, okay, tell me more about this opportunity. And she did. And I remember when I presented it to my husband, he was like, no, I don't want you really doing this. Even though prior he was a coach, like in college, he signed up to be a coach and then like quit, just too much with his schooling. But I presented this opportunity to him at that time, 2014 in August, and he's like, no, I don't think so. So I did some more research into it, and I'm like, look, we get this money back guarantee. I want to try Shakeology. I haven't tried it. I've been wanting to. I thought $130 was beyond ridiculous. We didn't have money. Like I said, my husband lost his job. We didn't have money. So I told him, money back guarantee, let's give this a go. He's like, okay. So I signed up as a discount coach. I didn't know really what that meant. I just wanted the 25% off on Shakeology if I decide to keep it for the next month and keep on continuing. But I just wanted to give it the 1 month. And so I did. And I kept eating what I did. I didn't eat out as much because we were spending a lot of money. Pregnancy hormones and cravings it's beyond crazy. Like, we were spending a lot of money on takeout and burgers and ice cream galore and just very unhealthy, delicious food. I still love the goods, but there's moderation with that. And so I gave Shakeology a try. I worked out a little bit in that first month, but then after that month, I wanted to see my results, so I did a weigh-in, and I only lost 5 pounds, and I'm like, 5 pounds after we spent whatever. I didn't like the flavor that I got. I got just regular chocolate at the time. Like they have different formula now. It's better. The vegan flavors are beyond delicious. But anyway, I didn't like the flavor that I got, and I only lost 5 pounds. It's like, whoopee freaking do. Like, I don't know if I want to keep this whole coaching thing, but I did. Something within me was just like, well, maybe just give it another month. Give it another month and give a program a try. And diving more into the opportunity, I was able to share my journey openly. Like, it took a lot from me being so shy and introverted like person to just kind of like start sharing things. And my mom's always like, watch your back. You never know what creepers out there and this and that, like protect yourself. And it's like, I respected that, and it made me fearful of the world. It made me massive amount of anxiety, and I still have that time to time, but I'm in a better place now. Fast forward to now, I have been a coach for over, like, coming up 4 years this August. 4 years this August. And it has been the best decision of my life. Not only with my health and fitness, but for me to, I'm just really grateful to share this opportunity with others, because it really has transformed my life. With my first pregnancy, like I said, I gained 75 pounds. I lost 60 pounds of that from home, from in my own living room. We were in a 2-bedroom townhouse that we could barely afford at the time. I was working at my kitchen table, you guys. And I have worked this. And now we own our own house. With baby number 2, I gained a lot of weight too, 72 pounds, but I just gained a lot. It was so much healthier this time around. And I'm already down in the 8 months. I'm almost down 50 pounds, you guys. Like, this is life change. This is a lifestyle change. This is such an eye-opener. It has helped me beyond, not only financially, yes, as a Beachbody coach, but so much more than that. Like, it's so humbling, and it's so rewarding to be able to help other people in a positive light. That's exactly what I prayed for. So when I was the Montessori after school instructor, like, I knew I just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and be able to watch my babies grow, because I grew up in a daycare house, 4 years old, waking up at 4 a.m. because my mom had to go to work. It was just rough. And I knew I didn't want that for my kids. So that's where I'm at with my journey. Combined weight loss, I've lost over like 130 pounds off of my body from the times of gaining and losing. But this has been consistent, and it's exciting all around. Yes, health and fitness, yes, financial, but the people that you meet and the true friendships and the sisterhood and the positive community, that right there, that what has helped me to stick to my own journey of the wellness studios that I have created and I host monthly challenges. So if you are just needing any accountability, any love and extra support along your health and fitness journey, or just in life in general, just reach out, you guys. Reach out. I'm here for you. I want to hear your goals. I'm not gonna hook you. Like, you have to decide what's right for you. But if like my story here inspired you anyway, or if you want to share something with me, please reach out. I want to hear from you, and thank you for your time.